so much for watching the Bunkies YouTube channel. My name is John, and today we're going to talk about Synology. Synology makes a networked attached storage device, otherwise known as a NAS drive, NAS. And I've been using them for quite some time, probably over 10 years. I have one unit that's, I think, about 10 years old. I have one at home, one in my office, and I recommend them to everyone. The reason I'm bringing them up today is they have a beta release recently of their new OS operating system called the DSM7, which stands for DiskStation Manager 7. But I want to just give a little overview of what they do. So you can see right here, they call them their 20 series, which are 2020 series, and they have 2021 series releasing at the end of the year right now, as well as you can see this one right here. Let me go back. And essentially, they sell these boxes that look like this, and they allow you to back up your computer and do quite a few other things besides just backups. So just to look at one of them, in particular, this one's newer. The 2020s and 2021s all came out at the same time. So this one has 6 bays. So each bay takes a hard drive. You can do an SSD or a mechanical drive. I use these personally for kind of long-term storage. So I use mechanicals. So you could put, 3-4 terabyte drives in here, or 6 or 8 or 12, whatever you can afford. And then you can expand it using RAID or anything else. You can expand it to make the volume larger so you can store more. Other ways besides just mass storage is I use this for Time Machine for Mac. So I back up 3 Mac computers straight to this. I also pull my Google Photos out of the cloud and add them to this. Recently, they announced that they're no longer going to be offering that free storage forever. We all saw that one coming. So all my photos are on one of these, essentially. I have a 5-bay one, so one less of this. And again, it's been chugging for about 10 years. These things do so much, I'll have to make a few more videos on it. I use it for home surveillance and office surveillance. They have a product called Surveillance Station software that comes on it. I can queue up my Android phone or Apple or whatever you've got and see the cameras from anywhere in the world based on this little disk station. Under products, if you go to IT Enthusiast, the Plus series is typically what I recommend to people, and it's just how many drives do you want. So I showed you the 1621. The 1821 is the same thing, but it's 8 bays. The Value series is cheaper. It just depends on what you want. And then all of these can be expanded. So if you want to add 12 bays to the unit you already have, you can just keep buying hard drives all day long and really store massive amounts of files. If we creep over to small business, they have a lot of rack options. And then they have this new beast here, the 1621 XS, which it is an XS Plus, which is actually a quad-core Xeon processor, which is pretty incredible for this size unit. All right, so the next thing that I wanted to talk about was the DSM7 beta. So they had a big kind of conference online. They did it via Zoom, as we are all doing right now. And you can go and watch that, and I'll link that below on all the things coming in their new release, which is called the DiskStation Manager 7. So if I come over here, this is the landing page for it. It's been a closed beta up until recently. And I figured, hey, I want to try it. And they actually put out a live demo. But after you watch the videos or read this, you can see all the fun things they've added and kind of polished on their operating system. So I'll link this below. But the online demo, you click here, you wait a minute. Last time I waited 20 minutes. Other times I've had it load in 30 seconds. And you can give it a try online without having to install it on your own NAS drive. So you might not even have a NAS drive. You could try this out and see if it works for you. Again, not everything works because it is virtual. but everything I went through seemed to work. You can poke around it and see the options and go from there. So here it is here. I'm loaded into the DSM 7. Again, it's super clean. I like the background image. It's on the tip of my tongue of where this is, but if you remember what this picture is, just let me know. I'll go up here. It's kind of their start menu in the top left, and you can see the options. Let me zoom in since I'm on a big monitor here. And they've really polished all of these icons. They look very new, similar to iPhones and Androids. Some are totally different, like the package center. Photos is new. Drive and NoteStation, these other ones. It's just a really polished, new kind of apps to kind of celebrate this new operating system that they've come out with. When you first launch the package center, you can see everything this machine can do, and it's pretty incredible. 1, you back up your computers. 2, you do surveillance. 3, you pick one of these other things. We can do Glacier backup to Amazon, Docker, can back up all our business computers. NoteStation, which is similar to Evernote, like an Evernote clone, can scan for viruses. You can do a Plex media server. There is a lot on here, and if you want to see more info about each of the pieces of software, let me know in the comments below, and I'd love to make a video for you. If we come over here to install, you'll see how this works. Media server has an update. So if I click update, it's like anything else. Let's see if it updates. Oh, it does. Even though this is the demo version, it'll let me update it. Python, PHP, universal search. You can do web pages. This really is kind of a easier to manage web server. So maybe you don't want to set up your own box, worry about all the software, etc. You can use their software and do quite a bit. All right, again, just come check it out. I think it's really great. One thing I will point out here is this demo is running on a DiskStation. And you can tell if you go to Control Panel and then Info Center. And then if we look right here, it is running a virtual DSM on a NAS drive that has a Xeon processor. So we can go look those up. But this one has 2 cores and 4 gigs of RAM. But remember, it's the virtual one. And this one's been up for 47 minutes. So they must kill it off every hour or so. And then if you go in here, let's see, that's not it. If I go, let's see, last time I checked this, it was huge. Storage Manager. You can see the full volume, I believe. No, that one's 19 gigs. Oh, the first time I did this, this was humongous. But this time around, it's 19 gigs. Let's see if I can add a volume. Nope. Shrink this down. Usage. Yeah, 19 gigs isn't that impressive. Last time I booted this up, it was enormous how much storage was available, but I don't quite remember what it was. The login portal, this is new. I'm actually really looking forward to this. But you get the idea. A lot of new stuff, and I do think the demo is worth checking out, especially if you have an older unit, to see if updating is what you should do. And I personally am going to update. I'm looking at the 1621XS. I get up here. Whoops. All right, hold on. We'll go here, NAS, small business. And people always ask, well, what are you using this for? I'm using it for surveillance station. I'm using it to host, to manage files between tons of computers, even my kids. And also I'm using it to back up other NASs in other places to this one. So I needed to really crank, and this one definitely will. Well, thank you so much for watching my overview of Synology and their upcoming DSM 7. If you have any questions about them, just let me know. I use them on a daily basis. And thank you so much for watching. If this was helpful, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and hit that red subscribe button with a little bell to see more videos like this. Thanks.